So we're going to move on to talk about some crypto investing, which is why we're all here. So my name is Bill Barhydt. I'm the CEO of Abra, and I'm going to give you a quick update on what we're seeing in the world of crypto investing, give you a demo of some of the latest and greatest from Abra, and hopefully if we have a couple of minutes, do a little Q&A on what we're seeing in the world of crypto, and then I have an exciting giveaway for all of you. So thanks for coming. So we've spent the better part of this year not only processing hundreds of millions of dollars in retail transactions in the crypto space. We're probably the #2 mobile wallet now in terms of downloads in the world. We've interviewed probably several hundred users one-on-one to find out what's going on in their minds, what they think about when they think about investing in crypto. And we've uncovered two themes that are driving the product development at Abra today by talking to all of our users. The first is this idea of crypto really representing a new mental model even for our advanced users. It's a new mental model. The themes that we keep coming across are, who do I trust in this space? What the hell is a seed phrase? And what happens when I put this transaction into the black hole of Bitcoin and it tells me that there's all these confirmation times? What in God's name is a confirmation time? People just don't know who to trust. They don't know where to put their stuff. And it's actually getting worse, not better, or at least it has been from our perspective based upon user feedback, right? And so this is something that is really driving the product roadmap at Abra, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff there today. And then the second theme that we keep hearing about is new investors being afraid of when they should get into the space, or existing investors wanting to do transactions but not being sure about when or what they should do, price volatility being a problem. I want to deposit funds, but these other services are making me wait 8 days to be able to get into the market, and the market's moved 15–20% since then. I want to buy like everything in the market with one investment as opposed to being subject to the volatility of one coin, and none of these ETFs are getting approved. What is that telling me that none of these ETFs are getting approved, and why can't I have an index that I want to basically invest? And so at Abra, we've basically taken all of this user feedback and we've basically created these themes, which I'm going to show you examples of in the latest iteration of our app today, and then announce, like I said, a giveaway that we have for all of you that are attending today. So ease of use, the ability to have access to dozens of cryptocurrencies in one app, the ability to exchange among all of them in real time, getting KYC out of the picture. If you just want to use it as a crypto wallet, you shouldn't have to give us your entire life story to do so. And giving people control over their own keys, right? We've processed hundreds of millions of dollars now. We've never had a user lose money via hacking. It simply can't happen because we don't have access to the keys. And so we've really figured out, from our perspective, the right way to do this. And we'll get into it in a second. So let me show you just a sampling of some of the assets that we support. Like I said, we support actually 29 different cryptocurrencies now, plus the BIT10 makes it, which is the index I'm going to show you in a second, makes it 30. And you can actually exchange between all of them, right, with no problem. And you can also deposit crypto, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Last week, we announced the first ever index token using the Abra smart contract platform. It's called the BIT10. It gives you investment exposure to 80% of the entire cryptocurrency market. Not only that, it rebalances every month. So if tokens come in and out of the top 10, the index will automatically rebalance itself, and you don't have to take any action whatsoever. And everything is disclosed on the site, what the methodology is, what the top 10 are, how we make decisions, our partner Bitwise that manages the balancing, how they make decisions, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a rare breed for crypto, right? Everything is completely there, 100% open for everyone to see. So check out the BIT10. Let me give you a quick demo of how this all works. So here's the Abra app. I'm starting up, and I'm going to show you a sample portfolio here. I've got some Bitcoin. I've got some of the BIT10 index. I've got some Ether. I've got some Bitcoin Cash and dollars. I can click on the edit button in the upper right, and I can see that I can add wallets across not only 30 different cryptocurrencies, but 50 different fiat currencies. If I choose the Bitwise 10, I see that I can now add the index wallets to the app to be able to invest in that. So if I go back to the main screen, I can also press the Add Money button. This is where Abra has really, I think, excelled in terms of ease of use. We have a partnership and an investment from American Express. I believe we're the only company in the crypto space to have 2 US banks to be investors, Fidelity through their Arbor fund and American Express directly. We work directly with them to be able to add American Express as a funding vehicle into the app. We spend a lot of time on this, and the limits will get also hopefully increased significantly over time. But you can use ACH, which is like a Venmo-like experience, bank wires, any credit card, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. In about 10 days, we'll be adding Ether for native deposits, et cetera, et cetera. So this is where I think Abra's done quite well. So now if I want to basically exchange, let's say I want to exchange some Ether for dollars, I can simply click on the exchange button, choose the source, in this case Ether, choose the sink, in this case dollars, press confirm, and I've done an instant conversion between my investment in Ether and then effectively an investment now in dollars. And I can also do that with euros, Japanese yen, RMB, it makes no difference. You can actually hold any world currency in the Abra app. There's 50 that are supported. So we actually have people who speculate in fiat currencies in the app as well, because you can actually deposit dollars and then hold some volatile developing market currencies in the system as well. Okay, so we'll go back. And then, so here's something that we're announcing today. For those of you who are interested in getting started in crypto, or even if you're already into crypto, we're giving away $25 worth of cryptocurrency to everybody attending the conference today. So go over to Abra at booth 131 and show them your Abra app. So all you have to do is download the app, create a wallet. They can show you how to do it there, but just press that edit button and then show them the app, and they'll get you started by adding $25 directly to the app. And we're also launching a referral program, so you can actually get $25 by referring people into the app as well. And we'll have more to say about that in the coming days. But we wanted to give something back to the community because we've just been bombarded with feature requests and a lot of other stuff over the last couple of months, and we're really excited about getting the word out on this. So I wanted to do that quickly and then see if anybody has any questions about the crypto space, where it's all going, Abra in general, or anything else, if you want. So I think we have 2 or 3 minutes. So anyway, that's Abra. Thanks for the support. So happy to take questions. So I think there's the microphones. They wanted me to have you use them. So just go over there. So why don't we start over here first?
Hi there.
Hi.
My name's Dave Levine.
Hi, Dave.
And I'm just curious, so when someone buys Bitcoin or the index, are you actually buying the coins and holding them one for one? Is there any sort of fractional reserve banking with that?
Yeah. In the case of the Bitcoin, it's just it's a normal non-custodial wallet. You're holding the keys on your phone. It's your Bitcoin. That's true with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash in the app. All of the other investments are Bitcoin collateralized contracts. Sorry for the complex phrase, but that's what it is. So in the case of Bit10, you're holding the keys to those Bitcoin that you bought in order to invest in the Bit10, and then Abra manages that contract using chain. But that's the way it works. So,
is there any way to go to read more about how that works?
If you go to our blog site on abra.com or abra.blog, it's actually will automatically redirect you there. There's all kinds of articles explaining how these Bitcoin collateralized contracts work. It's actually really an interesting technology breakthrough. We kind of separated from the retail simple user experience, but in the background there's some really cool stuff going on and some technology that Abra has developed over the years to make all this work.
Thank you.
Sure thing. I think there was somebody over here. Yeah, behind the camera there.
Hi, my name is Jason. Thanks for creating this type of wallet experience. With all those different options and some of these different currencies coming online, it's you must understand that it's very important to have like an educational process behind it. So what are you doing, even maybe within the app, to kind of address the user education experience so they know what's happening and that transparency is maintained?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. What are we doing to educate users? So this is something that we spend a lot of time on at Abra. We run an online video series called Crypto Bytes, where we talk to other foundations in the space that represent the different currencies. We have blog sites about how to get started. Our page on how to invest via your bank account into crypto is one of the most popular, according to Google, one of the most popular pages on the internet for getting started in crypto investing. We just added a new, we call it like a window shopping feature, where you can just get started with the Abra app without providing any personal detail and just kind of pretend you're an investor and use the app a little bit. So we're constantly looking at new and better ways to get people more comfortable with this. And it's a never-ending process, you know, and we want to make it more like a Fidelity, like a Venmo rolled into a crypto investing, as opposed to here's your keys, have a nice day. You know, that's not really what we think this needs to be. Right? But great question, thank you. Go back to this side.
Hi. Doesn't work.
Yeah, you're on.
Hi. My name is Roman. Bill, thanks for the presentation. I've been digging into the technology since you announced the launch of the B10 token. And I'm wondering, how do you go around the regulations? Because you seem to be offering there sort of an index token, which is very similar to like a financial product or commodity.
Yeah.
How come you are not a broker or something like
That's
this?
a great question. So Abra itself is not a broker-dealer or a swap execution facility, which would be SEC and CFTC. It related to the last question, or 2 questions ago, about the Bitcoin collateralized contracts. Yeah. You're actually holding on your phone a contingent of Bitcoin that is equal in value to the underlying BIT10 assets. If that value goes up, you get more Bitcoin. If the value goes down, you actually lose Bitcoin, so that the value stays the same, but you're holding it.
So is it like a contract for difference, CFD?
It's similar to a synthetic CFD, but there's reasons why it's not regulated as a CFD, which is way beyond what anybody here wants to talk about, I promise you. There's, you know, if you ask me on Twitter, I'll give you some references that you can look at as to what the differences are and what the CFTC talks about in terms of physical delivery and things like that, which will explain the difference.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good questions. Thank you. Should we go back to the other side? Just
Hi, aloha.
keep going.
Thanks for being here.
Sure.
Just a quick, in your own words, what are you excited about blockchain? Let's just hear a little keynote from you. What are you excited about crypto? Where are we headed? Where are we going? Simplified.
Yeah, I believe that Bitcoin itself becomes effectively TCP/IP for money over the next 5 years, and ultimately becomes kind of this background protocol for money that enables all kinds of transactions, banking, investments, credit, where the average user won't even know that Bitcoin is involved. So I liken that to TCP/IP in the same way that if you stream a video on Netflix, you don't know what a TCP/IP socket is, but that's what's happening. It's opening a socket stream and you're streaming video. When Bitcoin becomes TCP/IP for money, banking changes for everyone because it democratizes access, right? This version of Abra is fantastic because it gives you a really simple retail experience for investing in crypto. But more importantly, it's using the Bitcoin technology as well in the background to enable a whole new way of investing that is democratizing the access for this type of investment class, and later other assets that we'll be adding to the app beyond just crypto and fiat, like stocks and other asset classes. And all of that is going to be based upon Bitcoin collateralized contracts. And again, nobody will have to understand. Just like you don't understand how complex it is when you swipe a credit card, right? We want to make it that easy, and all based upon the underlying Bitcoin technology. So that's my perspective on where it's going. I think we have 2 more, so why don't we go over here first?
Hello, my name is Gennaro. I got an export-import financing company. We basically do business in Mexico and in China. And we do love all the Abra with the FX exchange rate so we can manage our payments. Our main concern is that eventually we will be needing to have interest rate under our FX reserves that we got on our wallet. Let's say for Mexican peso interest rate, it's like 8%. And if we don't have like the interest rate on our balance on the app, it will be like a major threshold because we're like trying to compete with another banks or other finance companies.
Yeah.
Do Abra plan to have interest payments on balances?
Yeah, so
for some
very
currencies?
common request, very common request. So we are definitely looking at how in 2019 to offer credit products to our users, both retail and business. So for example, consumers who don't want to use the non-custodial wallets can actually lend their crypto to Abra. We'll hold it for you, but we'll also pay you interest, for example. So that's something that we're looking hard at. We haven't quite figured out how to do it for fiat yet. I think we've figured out how to do it for crypto, but it'll take a few months before we can get it out. But it's something that we see it as one of the three legs of the stool for Abra. We see investing, credit, and payments and money transfer as kind of the three legs of the stool. We've been focusing very hard on the investment leg for now, but we are going to get to the credit leg in short order. And I think
Thanks so much.
Thank you. I think I have one more question, so we'll do eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Why don't we go over here? Sorry.
All the index tokens I've seen have really low trading volume. How's Bit10's volume, and what do you think about the popularity of index funds in crypto?
Yeah. The thing that's really different, good question. The thing that's really different about this Bit10 model is it's targeted to the retail investor. All of the other fund products are targeted at the accredited investor, where it's, you have to go through an accreditation approval process. It's a $25,000 bank wire and up, and they really are, by definition, limiting who they're willing to talk to. This is a $5 minimum investment. So you can literally deposit $5 in Bitcoin. You don't even have to give your bank account details and fan that out into the Bit10 offering, right? So we've had a lot of people on day one who've done that. The uptake has been phenomenal for this reason. We don't have any, it's $5 minimum effectively, right? So the fact that it's focused on a global retail investor with no transaction minimum beyond the $5 is a game changer for crypto and is totally different than what everybody else is doing in the fund space. And that's due to the fact that we've been able to tokenize this using these Bitcoin-based contracts. Okay, so booth 131, go get your $25 worth of crypto, and thanks a lot for your time. Enjoy the conference. Thanks.